So we are back in Vice City, the enhanced definitive edition. I've been playing these now for about 3 days, and I've tried to limit myself to about half an hour, 40 minutes or so like that in each game so that I can just get a feel for the missions and stuff. I don't want to race through it too quickly. I'm really enjoying being, the feeling of nostalgia as I revisit some of these classic games. I don't have huge amounts of time, and I guess everyone's in the same boat. I don't have huge amounts of time to spend in gaming. I'd love to just sit there and game the entire day, but I just don't have time. So I try to limit myself what I'm doing and have a crack at some of the missions while I'm in the game, and try to go around and do like one mission for each person that's available. And the way Vice City drops these missions is that you start working with certain characters. Your lawyer is your first contact, and then he puts you in touch with other contacts, and then they drop 2 or 3 missions for you, which you do for them, and then you sort of move on and work with someone else. And at the moment I've got the General Cortez here. He's dropping a few different missions for me, and one in particular is this mall mission. And I remember back in the day when I played this the first time round, I struggled quite hard with this one, because it's not about what happens inside the mall. It's all about what happens once the dude that you're trying to take out gets out of the mall. As soon as the courier gets in his car and gets out into the city, you lose him, and you've got to spend hours running around. I think having some driving skills available to you, which you've probably picked up from playing GTA 5 or GTA Online, that definitely helps. Making sure you leave your car in that place so that you can actually access it quickly when you run back down the stairs, and just don't get into a gunfight with the guys inside the mall, because there's just no point. And then it's really not that difficult. You've just got to take out the dude and then head back and let the general know. These missions are easy enough if you know what you're doing. You don't get paid that much money for them, but you don't really need that much money in this game. Everything's fairly cheap. Again, I love the telephone missions, and these only happen in Liberty City and Vice City because you would have mobile phones in the newer games. But the character visiting these and getting these random kind of mysterious missions, usually a takeout and assassination, and some of these again can be quite hard. I've also struggled with this mission in the past as well, but in this instance, it's easy. I didn't even get out the car. I knew exactly where I was going, and I just took out the guy, and it. That may be one of the issues that I find with some of these games, is once you've played them and you're a bit of an OG, you've played them a few times, you will become so familiar with the way that the mission works that it's just a case of going from A to B and doing it. But it still gives you that feeling of nostalgia, and those who've played this game before will remember the Big Fun or Top Fun mission, whatever it's called, where you have the helicopter and you've got to go inside a construction site and drop bombs with the helicopter. It was a ball breaker of a mission when I played this the first time. I remember trying for hours to do this, and I think again it comes down to the controller layout. When I played this before, I was probably using a PlayStation and maybe I don't know, maybe an Xbox One, I'm not sure, but the controller layout is very different for GTA 5. And once you've been flying around in your Sparrow or in your Buzzard in GTA 5, you will have got some flying skills, and that does help. And I had absolutely no trouble at all nailing this on the first go, whereas before, when I played this, I struggled. I couldn't get up the stairs with the helicopter. It kept getting shot, or the guys themselves would be smashing it to pieces, but it was not an issue. I managed to fly successfully and drop off the first bomb, pick up the others, head up the stairs. No trouble at all. And again, I think that comes as part of the experience that you've probably gained from rattling around in your Sparrow in GTA 5 Online. Because let's face it, if you're a money grinder like me, you will spend quite a lot of time flying around, picking up stuff, setting up your heists and things like that. So those skills carry you forward, and it makes these missions, which were again a ball breaker, back-breaking missions, really easy to do. I actually enjoyed this, whereas I dreaded playing it. And I remember having a replay at one point of GTA Vice City, because it's one of the best games that they've released. So I remember doing a replay and then forgetting about this mission and realizing, oh no, I've got to do this mission again. Couldn't believe it. And I've seen some people talking online like, who's not looking forward to this mission? But let me tell you, if you haven't played this game, as part of the remaster yet and you haven't given it a look, definitely give it a look. The controller layout makes the game so much easier to play, and your skills from GTA 5 will definitely carry you forward. It's a really good experience and doesn't seem like backbreaking work at all. See, that was no trouble at all. And I'm starting to amass quite a nice little collection of money, and now I just need to figure out what I can spend it on. We all know what's coming in these games. I mean, of course, there are some new players to the GTA community